In this video, I'm going to talk about VAT, value added tax, and what that means to you and your Amazon business on your purchasing, on your sales, coming up. A little disclaimer before we start. So I am not an accountant, so I cannot offer you professional accounting advice. I'm going to go through some examples about how I calculate VAT on my Amazon sales and how I calculate VAT on my purchases in order to claim back. I'm just going to go through some examples here in this video, but I just wanted to make it perfectly clear that you need to go and seek the information from the HMRC involved in what VAT you should be paying, and you should also be going to seek out an accountant for professional advice. So just wanted to clear that up before we get started. Okay, let's get into the video. Hi guys, this is James from the Giant Marketplace, and in this video today I'm going to be talking about VAT and how you may have seen on YouTube Amazon sellers talking about VAT, but you know what guys, they're getting it wrong and they're explaining it to you guys incorrectly. Okay, what do I mean and why are they wrong? Because you're being explained that, let's say we've got a price of £30 and this is what you're selling your product for on Amazon, okay? There is a 20% VAT, okay? So I'm saying 20% here, we can work that out. 20% of £30, so 10% is going to be £3, and so 20% is going to be £6. Okay, so in this scenario then, has your customer paid £36? No, they haven't. Okay, so why are you paying £6 to HMRC for VAT? Well, you're not, are you? So if a customer says, a business customer writes to you and says, I would like an invoice, and this is typical now, if you're VAT registered, you need to allow the customer an invoice, and it's not up to Amazon to provide this, it's up to you to provide this invoice. So you need to give them an invoice which includes VAT. So you're not going to include an invoice for an amount they've not paid. The customer's paid £30. Okay, so how about this then? How about we just take £6 off 36? Let's follow this scenario a little bit then. So £30 minus £6 equals £24. Okay, so we're saying the VAT is still £6 and it's a £24 turnover. Fine, right? Okay, let's just look at this again. £24. Okay, what's 20% of 24? So 10% is £2.40, 20% is £4.80. Okay? So what's that? That's £28.80. Did the customer pay that? Now the customer paid £30, so why am I going to give them an invoice for £28.80? Okay, with £4 here, £4. You know, I thought the VAT was £6. You know, it's confusing. It's because this is not right. Okay, so how do we correctly, okay, so how do we correctly calculate VAT? And what that is here's our figure of £30, okay? Sorry, that is a 0. We're going to divide that by 1.2, okay? We're not going to get 20% of this figure, we're going to divide it by 1.2 to work out what the figure is minus the correct VAT. That will equal £25, okay? That's the non-VAT price. That's the price excluding the VAT. And we know that because if we want to do 20% of 25, £2.50 is 10%, £5 is 20%. So we've got 5 here. So we plus that together, guess what that equals? £30. Okay? If you are currently paying the HMRC 20% of your Amazon sales, in other words, the price that you are charging your customers, you are paying too much VAT. You need to be paying the value of, of this amount here, and you need to be getting your exclusive price from this. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so there is two terms in this. It's called exclusive of VAT and inclusive of VAT. So if we're buying from a supplier, okay, they're going to tell us, for example, that they've got a product that's £5 and the price with VAT included is going to be £6 here. So we're going to add 20% onto this. This is typical in an invoice. So we're saying there that's the non-VAT price, and then we will say here it's the £6 because it's plus £1 VAT. This is your 20%. Okay? So this price here is an exclusive of VAT. In other words, we're adding it on afterwards. This price here does not include the VAT. So exclusive price of VAT, we put the £1 because 20% of £5 is £1. Obviously 50%, 10%, 20%, £1. Okay? So we've got a buy price now of £6. When we claim back from the HMRC for our goods that we buy, so as a VAT registered Amazon seller, we want to be claiming money back. We're claiming this VAT back on our purchases. Okay? This is an exclusive price. However, our Amazon sales, okay, going back to the £30 figure, this is how much we're selling our product for. It's not an exclusive figure of VAT, it's an inclusive figure. In other words, there's no more that we've charged our customer at the point of sale. Okay, so we need to find out what our inclusive is. And again, it's divide that figure by 1.2, and then we get a we get our figure excluding VAT, which in this example was 25, meaning that 30 take away 25 equals 5. That's our VAT figure. So when a customer says, please can I have an invoice, and they've paid £30, we're going to show them an invoice which says, here it is, this is the cost of your product, and here is the cost of your VAT, and here is the total you paid Mr. or Mrs. Customer. That's the figure right there. This is the correct way to calculate VAT. Okay? So as an Amazon seller, you need to be aware of this. You need to make sure that you're not paying too much VAT. And that's all I have to say about this, because I have seen many incredible videos on this. There's a lot of questions that are going out in the comments on the YouTube videos, and I wanted to clear this up. Okay guys, thanks very much. Take care and see you next time.